Buddy, we're back. This is number 2, actually. 2 times in 1 week. We haven't managed to pull this off.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maturity level.
Enough.
Maturity level of the 546 podcast just through the roof today, folks. Interesting conversation before the show, but we're back with another podcast again. Like I said, 2 in 1 week.
You're really just going to try to skip around that?
I sure am. Yes, I am. I think so, Zach. Lot to talk about. Maybe we'll actually keep it under 30 minutes today. So where do we want to start? Nathan, I think you sent out a message earlier this week about some shoddy craftsmanship that we want to call people to task about.
How about your mammoth-sized shit?
And we can get to that after shoddy craftsmanship first. Shitty craftsmanship later.
All right, the question I have first to start things off. When you get ready to cut off a piece, do you yell Mastodon?
You are retarded.
What?
Mastodon, come on, Power Rangers, what the fuck?
You are retarded.
Yeah, I just didn't
I literally just woke up. Give me a break.
And that's what you come off with?
I don't fucking know. Give me some caffeine, bitch.
It's your house. Get your own damn caffeine. Moving on. Shoddy craftsmanship. Nathan, go, please.
Well, a couple days ago, I went to Walmart and I bought the Hangover trilogy on DVD for like $10, so it was a pretty good deal. Then I opened the package, and apparently, I've never seen this before, but each of the DVDs, they stacked on top of each other.
Basically, it looks like somebody was hungover when they designed the package.
Yeah. And you have to take out, like, the first 2 to get the third one. And because the first one's the first one in the pack, and second and third, it's probably the worst I've ever seen.
This has actually been going on for a while with a lot of TV shows. There's a company out there, Mill Creek, and I'm actually a big fan of theirs in a sense because they've kind of brought new life into a lot of shows where you'll get like the first couple seasons come out and then they don't sell well or whatever the rights will kind of get abandoned or whatever and they get cut off. Mill Creek picks up the rights to a lot of that stuff, but that's kind of their practice. You get really third-rate packaging, but that's why it's so cheap. You notice it was $10. That's why it's so cheap.
Still, I don't think that's why. Because you could get it like at on Amazon. You're gonna get the same package on Blu-ray, probably. If I had to guess,
it's possible. I know that they Mill Creek released the entire series of Roseanne, and they didn't do much better. Basically, each disc is in a little envelope.
Or what
just
once the complete series of Roseanne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to the reboot this year, but
oh, sure we are.
Well, some of us are. I was a big fan of the show, but yeah,
the ending made no sense.
Well, it did, but that's an argument for another time.
Well, from what I read, they're just gonna like ignore that in the.
Yeah, it worked if the show would have stopped there. Now that it's coming back, yeah, they're gonna have to kind of dance around that a little bit. But no, basically the complete series was just in a little. Similar to like what you'd get a blank CD in or something like that, just a little paper envelope and it was one on top of another. And a lot of them arrived damaged. That's why I bought mine. I think 4 of my discs were messed up. I sent it back. I never even had a chance to finish watching it. So that's been going on for a while, but I think it's ridiculous.
Holy shit, these Oreos are good.
And then, the packaging for the Simpsons DVD, that was the latest one since it came back. They just shoved the discs in there like in the cardboard packaging, separated, but it's not like they're in a case or anything.
Just no protection whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, what gives?
What season is that?
It's season 18.
I guess you kind of look at there, we can't really complain because at least they're releasing them again. I know they had kind of cut off, just kind of abruptly cut things off there, so I mean, I'm glad to see them back, but I mean, come on, do a little bit better. I was never a fan even when they were doing like the head packaging that they were doing. I mean, at least give us the opportunity, because couldn't you order the original box if you bought the head packaging with the older seasons?
I think they had to, put out the original box because the people didn't really...
They don't really display package well either.
And it's for continuity purposes.
Right.
So I'm just going to point something out here. If you take a trilogy set like The Hangover, which was done by who? Fox?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
They have that kind of packaging, but yet our 40-episode collection of tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills, on the other hand, has great packaging.
which is a show that maybe 15 people will remember.
Right.
No, I have never heard of that.
I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, the packaging on that was decent. Yes, it
Yes,
was.
and that was two teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
Take some time, look it up on YouTube, read about it on Wikipedia, and then YouTube it, and spend a couple minutes or an hour watching a few episodes, and you'll realize why nobody remembers it. But I'm a fan. We both own the series, and I've watched it several times.
And then you also have those DVDs that they put the sleeve on it, and there's no reason for the sleeve to go on because it has the same graphics as the
It's
box.
just kind of there. Yeah.
And then you have the ones that have they used to have like the tabs that you pulled off.
Yes.
It's odd. Like you want to get a DVD, you don't want to have to have
You're talking
like
about the tabs. You're talking about like the ones, the cardboard with the clip,
like the
one on
clips.
top,
Like
the original ones.
Well, the two clips on the side, like
Right.
and then you get to open the
Okay, I was thinking back to like the original DVD packaging, like the initial
the
Batman
cardboard snap. I know what you're talking about.
DVD release. Yeah.
I was also never a fan of double-sided DVDs, if I can go in a further rant.
Well, see, back in the day, that's how we used to always get our full screen and widescreen.
Right.
Right.
Well, I know, like, when the show Knight Rider was released, when the original 4 seasons were released individually, it was all double-sided DVDs. Then later, somebody used their brain and realized that they were garbage, and they released a really nice complete series set with all single-sided discs. So yeah, they've come a long way, but some of that packaging is it's just awful. There's no excuse for that. It's 2018, for God's sake. I'll pay a few dollars more for better packaging. If you look at the sets, like how, I don't know because I haven't bought a season of this in some time, but how like when Family Guy first started coming out, that's really nice packaging. I like that. You have a slip box with the little tinier slip cases inside. Everything's protected. They're really nice. That's a good way to do things.
It's not really a popular packaging design these days.
No, but they were nice. They were decent. I guess they're counting on a lot of people putting their stuff in binders nowadays. I don't know.
Or digital. Well, a lot of it's digital.
Well, that too. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of DVDs that they're like DVD R's, like they're just recorded.
You get a lot of what do they call it? Manufacturer on demand.
Yeah,
releases. That's getting to be a popular thing. I can't complain about that though, because as a big fan of classic cartoons, that's how Hanna-Barbera is bringing out a lot of their stuff these days. So that's helped me get a lot of my favorite stuff.
Well, that's how VR Troopers Season 3 was done, correct?
Yeah, the last half of that, as well as Big Bad Beetleborgs. Or Beetleborgs Metallics. So
since we're kind of going around and hitting all of those, VR Troopers, definitely a step above Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
So was something that you and I could have filmed in our backyard, but
True.
still enjoyable.
Beetleborgs also above. I mean, I watched Beetleborgs some, but the theme song was
Beetleborgs was
great.
really cool, but I think VR Troopers was a step above. I really think VR Troopers didn't get enough credit
No,
for how good it was.
Didn't. And that was also Saban.
Yeah, going back and watching
as well.
that now, even as an adult, that is really cool. So,
Big shows.
people
coming.
calling right in the middle of the podcast, folks. I tell you, we'll deal with that later.
Now, we do not have the rights to use this song, so please stop listening.
And it'll be changed to stock music in the later episode in the playback. But no. So yeah, companies need to wake up and seriously just give us something a little better when it comes to packaging. But I'm all for. I'm sorry, we did get off track. I'm all for the manufacturer on demand discs. We are getting a lot of that. Nickelodeon has leased out a lot of their Nicktoons that way.
It depends on if you like special features because.
Yeah, the mod
They'll
releases
just
are generally
put the
bare bones.
episodes and
Yeah,
that's
'cause
it.
I'm a big fan of special features.
Right. I'll take what I can get, but like I said, when it comes to a lot of my favorite cartoons, I'm kind of happy just to get them.
Right, yeah.
Just get like with you mentioned like Beetleborgs and things like that. I would love to see Masked Rider come out on DVD.
Masked Rider would be fucking.
And I'm
amazing.
thinking right now, Shout Select is what they call their manufacturer on demand. I'm thinking that's about the only way it's going to happen, and I'll take what I can get.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now Nickelodeon, they've done this. Why haven't they? Have they done this with the live action shows? Because I'm still waiting for Salute Your Shorts and I know they were releasing Adventures of Pete and Pete, but then they cut that series off.
Like what? They only did the first season of that.
They've done it with some shows. If anyone remembers My Brother and Me, came out on DVD. Now, you remember it now, but when I got it for Christmas, you acted like it was foreign.
No, I was thinking My Cousin Skeeter. I still don't have
that
no
was
idea
awful.
What the hell you're talking about?
My Cousin
Brother
Skeeter
and
was
Me.
awful, but My Brother and Me was done on manufacture on demand. They released the complete series of Doug on MOD release. That one was done that way.
Now
they were doing Rugrats.
What would you say about the price of that Doug set? Would you say that it was very expensive?
It was, to my surprise, very inexpensive. I think I got the whole thing out the door for like $25. It was 4 discs. Out the door, $25 wasn't bad.
Did that include Disney's? Or
no, it was just the Nickelodeon Doug. Disney's not going to play ball with Nick.
No.
They released the Rugrats that way, but now I think it's Shout Factory that has the rights. They're actually releasing those mainstream now. Rugrats. Shout Factory, by the way, if anyone is actually into this kind of stuff, they generally really put together nice sets. When they do their stuff, they always do a pretty good job.
They did the last DVD I bought, because I really do not buy movies much anymore, was the Silent Night Deadly Night package.
Yeah.
And that was incredible. Got a free movie poster, doll, and the special features are fantastic on that.
Not to mention that they gave us the epic Power Ranger Legacy Collection, which was in a freaking just amazing Red Ranger helmet that I was a big fan of.
Yeah, how much was that again?
That retailed at, I believe, $5.99, I want to say. But, I mean, come on, you had 20 seasons of Power Rangers there.
Oh, there you go. That's a deal then.
Oh, I thought you said it was
$5.99.
I have not watched the actual discs, but I have ripped them all onto my computer into MP3 format, which I have watched many of them.
Well, so, then that counts then.
Exactly. So, try again.
Well, I just remember you were watching Netflix for a while.
And they're easier access, honestly, for in my situation than to track down a disc. But
no, there is no descriptive audio on those, correct?
No, that's with older stuff like that. No,
you're not gonna get that luxury.
No. But no, Shout did an amazing job on that, along with the bonus features that it came with and all that. They did fantastic. So they're definitely happy with that. But we're gonna move on. Where else did we want to go, guys?
You want to talk about?
I don't know. I was napping, so.
You want to talk about how people need to put plungers in places?
Yeah, okay, we are going to go to this. Okay, that's fine. This is actually going to be a thing. Graphic content ahead, folks. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, graphic content.
Why would people not, let alone not know if they had one or not have a plunger in their house?
Well, I can tell you why people may forget that they have one. Is because since they moved into their house, they've never had to use one.
You didn't know if you had a plunger when you moved into your house?
No, because I take normal size shits, and I've not had to plunge my freaking toilet.
When I moved into my apartment, that was one of the first things I bought for
because you clog toilets. I don't.
Well, because it's just a courtesy thing to have.
How many retail establishments' bathrooms have you destroyed with your mammoth shit?
I wouldn't say destroyed, per se, as just kind of gummed up the works a little bit.
They had that yellow tape around the top.
Right.
You had
like a police tape on the inside of the toilet bowl.
Looking at you over there, Sam's Club, I don't think you should talk about anybody. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's a courtesy thing. Maybe people should bring their own.
Right. But seriously, I think it's probably very common for people to, I mean, I've only been here for, 9 months, so I haven't had to plunge the toilet in 9 months. I didn't remember if I had one.
We're just going to have to agree to disagree on that. Just like snacks at a dinner theater. But, anyway, hey, what can we say? Jason.
Well, you should
wait a minute. I guarantee I'm not alone in this.
You should at least have a poop knife sitting around.
You market that poop knife and get that on the market, and we'll talk from there. Jason, you and I are pretty excited about the upcoming movie here. Black Panther opens up on Friday.
Yes, welcome to Wakanda. Yeah, I was very pleased with how they did his character in Captain America: Civil War, and have been looking forward to seeing the further adventures of the Black Panther. So, the movie looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to parts of the Marvel Universe we haven't seen yet.
Do we have a runtime on this movie yet?
We probably do. I can't tell you what it is off the top of my head, though.
If he's half as cool as he was in Civil War, this movie will be awesome.
So he's thinking probably about 2.5 hours.
Between 2 and 2.5.
Probably standard.
Okay. Well, I hope Regal has a plunger that you did.
You know, I have never needed one at Regal. I have never needed a plunger at
Their
Regal.
facilities are very,
Their facilities are
accommodating.
well adapted. They're well adapted for my needs.
The holes are bigger there than they are everywhere
right.
else.
Here's to you, Regal. Thank you very much for all your hard work.
For adequate plumbing.
That's right.
It'll be interesting to see how they fit Stan Lee into a cameo in this one. Though
Yeah.
I think he might stick out a little bit more in this one.
Perhaps.
Good to see he's doing all right. I heard he was just in
Yeah,
the hospital
I mean,
recently. He's in his 90s.
I'll be honest. Yeah, he's like in his mid-90s at least. Every day I get on the internet and it's like I don't see Stan Lee as passed. It's kind of a surprising day.
You don't create all those superheroes without becoming, some kind of superhuman yourself.
Or you just don't create them all either. But I think that's another subject.
That's for a different time as well.
But no, so looking forward to giving a review of that later on down the road.
And then personally, I'm going to see it Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it. So should definitely be a lot of fun. Always, I've enjoyed pretty much all the Marvel movies.
And will Carrie be joining you for this Marvel movie?
Not.
She
will
not.
She never does.
She'd rather go see 50 Shades Freed again.
50 Shades Freed, whatever that garbage.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah, that's great.
A cutting edge black empowerment movie or 50 Shades, please.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you for the moment of silence. Now that's something relevant.
Well, I thought you were going somewhere else with it.
No,
so.
I was just giving it a moment of silence. It's gone now. Let's move on.
Speaking of a moment of silence, we should probably have a moment of silence for a entry that we had, a food review place that we had that has gone under.
Yes, in record time, I might add. If those of you who follow the podcast, and judging by the emails, again, you haven't, the Rustic Barrel. Rest in peace, Rustic Barrel. After 2 months?
2.5.
2.5 months. Yeah, you're no longer with us. It's a shame. There's a lot of a seedy underbelly of stories that could go on with
shady practices, you could say.
Absolutely. Shady practices led to the demise. 50 shades of shady. 50 shades of practices. Yes.
There you go.
Led to the demise of the Rustic Barrel, and we've lost another one.
Well, that wasn't.
It
wasn't really a loss.
Well, no, but it's gone. Let's
gone.
say that it's off the map for the second time. And I never get it right. Is it the
Stone Tavern?
Stonewall Tavern.
Stonewall Tavern.
Oh, we were close.
Personally, Family Meal should have never left. So
no, Family Meal was fantastic.
It'll be interesting to see what goes into where the tavern was, but I'm beginning to think that place is cursed. But
one was due to service, like they didn't really have a lot of clientele, and then the other one, they didn't really pay their employees.
Well, it's not the best location either.
Yeah, it is kind of hidden there
behind the Toys R Us, which, who knows, maybe that'll be gone here soon.
Let's shut
I think they're going to hang in there. I really think ours is going to hang in there.
But then again, it did take me, 40 minutes to be able to spend $40
Yeah, but that's not Toys R Us's fault. That's our
day.
fault for lack of knowledge and good toys.
No, it's not my lack of knowledge of good toys. They didn't have, any new Power Ranger shit to buy.
I'm hoping the Legacy line
true.
really just gets a shot in the arm. There's some really good stuff coming down the line this month, so hopefully it'll hit the shelves.
Had they had another communicator or something, I may have bought it.
Oh, I can get behind that. But yeah, it was kind of slim pickings in there the other day. It's the first I'd been in there since Christmas.
Right. So I just bought some Uno cards and Phase 10 and
couldn't even buy a Taco Bell gift card. I'm telling
you.
No,
I didn't. I tried to play it cool and be like, all right, I'm spending about $25. Let me try to buy a $15 Taco Bell gift card on my rewards through my credit card to Toys R Us, and they would not allow me to do that.
They were
onto that because I guarantee you next $40 in cash I got would probably end up going to a Taco Bell card.
Yeah, they were onto that.
Had they allowed it, so
you'd get to buy 15 orders of Nacho Fries with that.
Which we can cover that. I know that wasn't done on a food box or anything.
Nothing to really comment on. They're freaking amazing. Everybody go try them right after you listen to this.
Yes, the Nacho Fries from Taco Bell are fantastic. I just had 3 orders of them earlier for lunch. And yeah, they're great. I love the seasoning they put on them, and they're good with ketchup or the cheese, or ketchup and the cheese. So
yeah, they are pretty phenomenal.
And you can get them for the $1 portion, and then they have one that's like a grande.
They have a
where it
loaded
has,
fry
like,
box as well.
the meat and cheese and onions and a tomato on that, and then the Bel Grande is like an even bigger portion of the fries.
Well, I tell you what, if you get the box deal for $5.99, they advertise it with a Baja Blast. I asked for a regular Mountain Dew, and they tried to give me a Baja Blast. I don't know about you guys, but I hate the Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Where did you go where they gave you the
Baja Blast?
like they gave you a drink and you didn't get it yourself?
I went to the drive-thru.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how many drive-thrus you've gone
I don't
through
go
where
through-
you
I
can
don't-
service
I-
yourself.
Nathan went to that one where they had the
drive-thru.
freestyle machine attached to the outside of the building.
Where he drives up to it,
You go
climbs
to
through the
the
window,
drive-thru
gets what he
at
needs, climbs
Starbucks
back
all
out.
the time. Why wouldn't you
No,
go to
I
the
don't.
Starbucks?
I don't go through a drive-through at Starbucks.
Every time you used to drive us through, we went the...
He didn't want to be seen with you guys.
Drive-thru.
No.
Nobody's-
that's-
I don't know. So
I
you
went
just
there
don't,
today, and
you
I
just
went
don't
in.
do drive-thrus. I wasn't with you.
I don't.
I know
You can say
Jason's
whatever
not a
you want
fan of the
now.
drive-thru. Jason's not a drive-thru fan either, so I mean, I can...
I like to look at the menu and get it.
Like to mingle with the common man.
That's right.
I mean,
Just to be
I
with
don't
the
think
people.
that's it. But
I feel if you already know what you're going to get, I mean, I get the same stuff pretty much every time I go to a place. So, just order it.
save gas that way by
Oh, that's
going
true.
in.
You save gas by turning off your car and turning it back on? No, I don't think
I don't
you do.
turn off my. Not when
He's
I'm
about
at
to
the
turn into
drive-thru.
the worst Seinfeld episode ever.
You said you save gas by going in.
You just
So I'm
leave
not
it
sitting
right
at the
in
drive-thru.
Not necessarily true. If you sit in the drive-thru for like no period of time, but you're not turning on your car and turning it off,
I usually.
that burns gas.
Anytime I go to a drive-thru, you usually have to wait.
You're just going to
Okay.
the wrong drive-thrus.
All right, let's. Like I said, this has turned into the worst Seinfeld episode ever.
So it's still pretty good.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. But where do we go?
So what do you do at Sonic? Do you walk up to the...
You park at Sonic and you press the button.
Yeah? Okay.
And I don't have the car on.
You've never used a drive-thru at Sonic either?
Like maybe once. And
Oh, well, there you go.
But I had to wait.
Well, I'll go.
I don't like
I'll,
to
I'll,
wait
I'll
like
put up
that.
with it to go there with you because I don't ever get to Sonic because it's like totally the opposite end of everywhere I go. But
Yeah, I'm not too big of a
Sonic's
Sonic fan.
not one of those places I really go to get food.
I like
their
You go for
breakfast.
the drinks?
Their breakfasts are good, I
they're-
think.
they're-
Everybody
drinks
keeps
are-
on saying that. I've never had their breakfast, but everybody's talking... I guess all their sandwiches come on Texas toast and everything. Or some of them do, I suppose.
Well, they have the breakfast toaster. Which
I've only
obviously comes
eaten.
on
I've only
toast.
eaten there a few times, so I'd prefer the
Their
drink. I
breakfast
love the sound
burrito
of
is
their
good.
drinks.
They had corn dogs for 50 cents at one point this week.
I've
They
had
do that a
those.
lot. They do that a lot, actually.
You know, I got those like, I don't know, 3 years ago, and it was the first time my grandfather ever had a corn dog.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. And,
Wow.
and he's 90. He's 91 now.
Was he
so
a
So what did he think?
he thought it was good.
Wow.
Did he put ketchup or mustard
I
on
couldn't-
it?
I'm not sure.
I would have been amazed.
I don't
Never had a
remember
corn dog.
that.
Wow.
I remember this is the first time he had a corn dog, but I don't remember what he put on it.
Wow.
Well, corn dogs are excellent with ketchup.
They're very good.
I like them
Corn dogs
with
are good.
mustard myself.
Well, some people like
So-
their dogs with mustard and relish.
I don't think anybody likes a corn dog with mustard.
No, I said dogs. I didn't say corn dogs.
I thought you said corn dog. Yeah,
No, I was
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
I was
I
just
thought you
quoting
said
the
corn
song.
quoting the Alabama song. I know where
Yeah,
you're going with
no,
it.
I was
But,
quoting Cheap Seats
yes.
by Alabama.
But speaking of all this food, we do have the food box.
Yeah, we do have a food box.
So we're not covering anything else tonight?
We didn't really have
No,
anything else.
I don't think we really need to.
We've been running over
we
so
covered
much.
enough.
We're going to try to get it in under the wire tonight.
I mean, if for those, God bless them, few people that are still with us after
Yeah.
the earlier part of the show.
If you feel cheated, send us an email and let us know. We'll work. We'll make it up to you.
Yeah, we'll send you a prototype of the poop knife. we're
Yes,
working on.
yes, we will.
But
And
anyway,
please let us know. Do you have a plunger? No.
Everybody's going to
Do
say
you-
yes.
do you have a poop knife, too?
Nobody has a poop
But how
knife.
many people will probably have to check to see if they have
Nobody's
that
going to
plunger?
have to check.
That's not a poop knife. This is a poop knife.
Food box, for God's sakes, please, food box.
So anyway, the first entry we have are Kettle Brand potato chips, and they are the maple bacon flavored. I've had the dill pickle, and I think they're the best chips ever. And they're like the ridged, the ruffled.
Right.
These are not. These are like a regular kettle chip, but we'll
Let's
see.
just see
Maple
how they
bacon is
stack
not
up.
really a. I do know that they're hard to open. Jeez.
Some help there.
Well, it's because you're wearing a Toronto Blue Jays jersey.
Maple Leafs.
What did I say, Blue Jays?
Yes, you did.
I just woke up from a goddamn nap 25
wait
minutes
a minute.
ago.
Who are
Give me
the
a break.
Toronto Blue Jays? That's
Yes,
what I'd like to
who
know.
are
Nice.
the Toronto Blue Jays?
Nice.
So,
Where's the frog splash? Anyway.
Told you it's not easy.
I could open them, but then they go everywhere. Trying to.
well, I gotta fail miserably at opening this
Okay.
bag.
Did you get them open?
Kettle chips does not mess around.
Wow,
with
there's like this tab on the back. It's not very easy at all. No.
See? We may not get to try these.
Okay, here.
This is
I have to
bad.
take a turn as well.
We loosened it up enough for you. Ah, there we go.
Well, yeah. After,
And it still wasn't very easy.
You gonna smell it first?
Yep, that's strong. Hold on, I want one of the folded chips.
Oh, you're handling that thing on the carry as well.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry. She can tear herself away from the cats.
Pet Crookshanks.
One is not just pet Crookshanks.
I love Crookshanks. I love them. Just darn them.
All right.
Are we ready?
Maple bacon chips.
One,
Here we go.
2, 3. I get the maple with
loving Kevin's facial expression.
That is not good.
They're more of a barbecue-y type.
It's like a
I
sweet.
like them.
It doesn't.
Sweet barbecue.
I don't really get a bacon-ish flavor.
I hand her
No,
the
I,
she has
I
one
do
small.
not.
I get the maple.
Yeah,
I do not taste
get,
that at
I don't
all.
get the bacon.
It's probably just the smoky, if anything.
I just don't get the bacon, folks.
No, I'm not a fan of those at all.
They're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. So the second entry we have are made by General Mills cereal, peanut butter chocolate blasted shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I
about
think.
these.
What
I
the
think these
hell
will
else?
be decent.
What is that?
What else?
No, the last thing there.
Oh, we could do that one too if you want. I mean, I've already had it, but
I don't know what the hell it is. I just see it, and I think I want to try it.
It's the babka.
It's babka.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's not a cinnamon babka.
Oh.
Another buck.
All right. Well, much easier to open.
Say,
Yeah.
don't tell me. I mean,
So if you're
took like
if you're
two-
hungry and in a hurry, this is the way to go because otherwise.
Oh man, these smells peanut butter and chocolate.
what with these? Carrie, here you go.
I don't think these will.
Well,
miss.
these smell-
These will be. I have a feeling these will
These
be
smell
really
amazing.
good.
These smell
These are gonna-
amazing.
We ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Let it go. Oh yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah.
God, they're really good.
Holy shit.
And
Yeah,
they
I
make,
like-
as I said, they make a cinnamon toast crunch one, and they are excellent.
What are they called?
Peanut butter chocolate blasted shreds.
They're good.
They're
I'd mix
delicious.
those two. I'd mix
Yeah,
that
they are
with the cinnamon.
delicious.
I'd buy that for $1.
So yeah, I mean, I brought this one too. Lily's Baking Company chocolate babka.
Where'd you get that at, Rudders?
This was at Martin's.
Oh.
Not quite
had it for
cinnamon-
$2.
That's weird.
Not
The
quite a
price sticker
cinnamon
there.
babka, but we'll do it.
I'll tell you what. These blasted shreds are good.
Yeah, they're delicious. I'd like those for breakfast tomorrow.
Well, they may be what I'm having for breakfast.
I can see
tomorrow.
that. I could definitely understand.
Chocolate babka.
Not edibles.
Want a piece of the babka?
Yeah, I want a piece of vodka. I've never had a vodka.
There's one.
never had a
piece.
babka?
Is yours?
Yeah, I'm half Jewish for God's sakes.
Well, you can only have half then. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Ready? Let it go.
It's good stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. It's very good.
Yeah,
Is
tastes
there raisin in that?
No, it's
What is that then?
it's just the chocolate, I think.
Oh.
So, like
Cocoa
Meatloaf
powder.
said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, folks, for the food box.
It has actually orange
I didn't
juice
mind the chicken.
and orange paste. And
Ooh,
here's
orange paste.
this is weird. It actually has tofu in it.
Well,
I'm
healthy and chocolate.
Yeah.
What a combo.
And there's no raisin in that?
I did well. I mean, you could look at it and see, but
Could Carrie get some more of the chips? She was
I
actually a big
actually
fan.
like
yeah. Here you go.
Well,
Here's
pass
the
those
bag.
over.
Here's the bag. There you
So,
go.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A,
So,
a
everyone?
mostly successful food box, I would say.
Everyone, thanks for joining us again, and we'll see you when we see you.
Take care.
All right.
We're
See
out.
ya.